Howdy y'all, and welcome to Experience Virtual Reality. Today we're gonna experience going to the moon on Apollo 11. It's the Apollo 11 Experience is what the demo is called, and it is developed by DRAS Immersive VR. So let's get right into it and have some fun. Please face forward, then press any key to begin. Okay. Well, that is my favorite key. I can always find it on my keyboard. Any key. Like being in a cinema. That's a huge display thing. Okay. The Apollo 11 Experience demo. That is weird. Oh, it's not weird or anything, it's just that the first time I pressed play there was the Kennedy speech. Doesn't look like we're getting it the second time apparently. Soviet Russia launched Sputnik 1 in 1975. Yeah. Russian Yuri something. For those 5 years, America was one step behind in the space race. American President John F. Kennedy raised the stakes by announcing Apollo missions. The following speech was developed to the American people to support this endeavor because of the war.
No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come. But condense, if you will, the 50,000 years of man's recorded history in a time span of but a half a century. Stated in these terms, we know very little about the first 40 years, except at the end of them.
Pretty neat
advanced man had learned to use the skins of animals to cover them. Then about 10 years ago,
I so love these corks. They are always trying to choke me or something.
To construct other kinds of shelter. Only 5 years ago, man learned to write and use a cart with wheels. Christianity began less than 2 years ago. The printing press came this year. And then less than 2 months ago, during this whole 50-year span of human history, the steam engine provided a new source of power. Newton explored the meaning of gravity. Last month,
yes, he did.
Electric lights and telephones.
Oh, we do like those telephones, don't we?
Airplanes became available. Only last week did we develop penicillin and television and nuclear power. And now, if America's new spacecraft succeeds in reaching Venus, we will have literally reached the stars before midnight tonight. This is a breathtaking pace, and such a pace cannot help but create new ills as it dispels old. New ignorance, new problems, new dangers. Surely the opening vistas of space promise high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. So it is not surprising that some would have us stay where we are a little longer, to rest, to wait. But this city of Houston, this state of Texas, this country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them.
No, sir.
For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. And it is one of the great adventures of all time.
So this was during the Cold War with Russia.
Before us made certain that this country rode the first waves of the Industrial Revolution.
Rallied America.
The first waves of modern invention.
Spacefaring nation.
The first wave of nuclear power. And this generation does not intend to founder in the backwash of the coming age of space.
This was the time of the Cold War where America was frightened every day. Frightened.
Its conquest deserves the best of all
afraid of getting
mankind.
nuked by the Russians.
And its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb
And so was the
the
Russians,
mountain?
afraid to be moved by
35
America.
years ago, fly the Atlantic.
The Russians ventured
Why
into
does Royce
space.
play Texas?
It's Sputnik,
We choose
which
to
were
go to the
actually
moon. We choose
not much
to
of
go
a
to
satellite.
the
It
moon.
was more just sending out hollowed out warhead or something. It didn't have any warheads in it. It couldn't explode anything, but it was basically just a shell of a missile or something.
Will serve to
A
organize
shell of a
and
bomb.
measure the
Well,
best
it couldn't explode
of our
anything.
energies
Just to
and
frighten
skills.
America.
Because
Show them
that
we can go
challenge
this
is
high and
that
drop
we're willing to accept
nuclear bombs in your heads and you can't do anything about it.
and
So the Americans
and to win on the other
had to go to space, had to go to the moon. To show the Russians that we could build a space on the moon, base on the moon, and nuke you if you tried to nuke us. It's all about having the high ground.
The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility.
Oh,
We
yes.
copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Earthrise. Alright, the 16-joule Kennedy Space Center. Okay.
I think the momentous, most memorable
Buzz Aldrin.
thing that I can recall about that particular day was the opportunity while my two friends here were being put into the spacecraft to stand alone by myself out there and look at the rocket and the quietness and see the sun come up and the waves rolling in and the evidence of the millions of people watching, but
I
nothing
personally
specific and just
We
so
were all
quiet.
astronauts and
Realize
cosmonauts.
that indeed such a
And
contrast
whatever
was
they
going to
call
take
them,
place, all the frantic
the
activity
astronauts in
preparing the
China
rocket,
and
but
all
it was so quiet
other
out there for
countries
me
who are
personally.
sending people into space
And
now.
that in a
View
very
them
few
all as
moments
heroes.
we were going to be departing
Venturing
in
into space is
a great
definitely the
roar
most dangerous thing you could ever do.
this event.
Just imagine sitting on a controlled explosion this freaking big, right? It's like, damn, let's go into space. It's not dangerous at all. Just having the guts to put yourself into
I thought
a rocket.
we had a 90% chance of getting
going
back
to
safely
space.
to Earth on that flight,
Makes
but
you a hero
only
in my
a
book.
50-50 chance of making a successful landing on the first attempt. There's so many unknowns in that descending from lunar orbit down to the surface that had not been demonstrated yet by testing.
Boy,
It's
was this the most
risk-reward
inspiring time.
equation. And you're able to accept a level of risk so long as it's commensurate with the reward that you will get by achieving the goal that you're after.
I know many people will say that going to the moon was really expensive, but it was also really, really inspiring because we sent people to the moon, the freaking moon.
T-minus 1 minute, 35 seconds on the Apollo mission. The flight to land of the first men on the moon.
That
All
inspired a
indications
lot
are
of
coming in to the
engineering
control center at this time.
and
Indicate
dreaming.
we are go. 1 minute, 25 seconds and counting. Our status
Wow,
board
this is so
indicates
awesome. I actually
that
feel like I
we're
grabbed this.
pressurized. 80-second mark has now been passed. We'll go on full internal power at the 50-second mark in the countdown. Guidance system goes on internal at 17
This is
seconds.
really awesome,
Bringing
y'all.
up the ignition sequence at 8.9 seconds. We're approaching the 60-second mark.
Might be
on the
wondering
Apollo
why I'm not
11 mission.
wearing my usual
T-minus
headset
50
and
seconds and
these
counting. We've passed T-minus 60.
earplugs.
55
Instead,
seconds
it's
and
because they are iPhone earplugs and they are plugged directly into my iMac, and I have a microphone, and it's then I don't have to use a microphone
40 seconds
on the backside of my iMac, which is a really stupid place to have
All the
a
second stage tanks now
microphone.
pressurized. 35 seconds and
Right.
counting. We are still go with Apollo 11. 30 seconds and counting.
So I figured this was gonna be much better.
Astronauts report it feels good.
And there's only one plug on the iMac, one that this goes into with sound and with in and out sound. So microphone and sound in my ears. Only one plug it into it.
11, 10, 9, ignition sequence start.
One for
6,
sound in and one for sound out.
4, 3,
So one for the microphone.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Clear.
We got a roll program. Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on proper.
Can I call you John? Just for the day. It ain't John. It's really cool.
30 seconds.
I'm not shaking, really. I'm feeling as still as I can. It's shaking. It makes me feel really immersive. But I'm trying to sit still, but it's shaking so much because we are literally being pushed out. Okay, I'm pretty tired now.
Altitude 2 miles.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful. That's good.
Downrange 1 mile, altitude 3, 4 miles now. Velocity 2,195 feet per second.
To the moon is that Earth is actually just a planet.
11 Houston, thrust is go.
Round planet,
Looking
and
good.
you can't really distinguish any map lines or countries on it.
We're through the region of maximum
Just
dynamic
one.
pressure now.
Environment, one ecosystem. We all
11 Houston, your guidance is converged. You're looking good.
doesn't matter really. You're Russian or American,
Set 8 miles downrange,
Chinese,
12
or whatever
miles
you are.
high.
We all on the same
Velocity
planet.
4,000 feet per
Screwed up
second.
everybody.
Stand by for mode 1 Charlie. Mark, mode 1 Charlie. 1 Charlie.
I'm so happy to
Charlie
do
4 is
that.
taking a staging status. Houston, you are
Went into an all-out nuclear war.
Cars on.
That
Roger,
was
Tower.
screwed up. Lost their
Board
assets.
cutoff. Inboard engines out. Come in, board cutoff.
Cool. John, was that you? Did you leave the pen out in the open so I can get it right in my eyes? Why it's floating? Seriously? His name ain't John though. Really?
Yeah, they finally gave me a window to look out.
I love this.
It's one small step for man,
Neil Armstrong,
giant leap for man.
Michael Collins, and Buzz Aldrin. I salute you all. Thanks for playing! Want to walk on the moon? Please back us on Kickstarter to receive the full mission. Alright, so if you were to go to Kickstarter, you could back those guys and get a full demo. Cool. So thank you so much for watching this lovely demo of Apollo 11. And I am really happy that you watched it all for me and with me. You're very welcome to press the little like button if you like, but you really don't have to, because I don't really care much about that. But I do care that you would subscribe. That would make me really happy if you were to subscribe to my channel, and you'll get easy access to a lot of stuff similar to this and very not similar to this. I play horror games, I play space stuff, I play all kinds of stuff in the Rift. I only play stuff in the Rift. I will never play any games on this channel without the Rift. That is what other channels are for, right? So, thank you all so much for watching, and y'all come back, you hear? Well, if those cubes win in this game, who knows? Maybe the world will turn into Minecraft, and we can't have that! That is not good enough graphics for the real world. You see? That is just not good enough at all. I I love the music in this game, it's just so epic! It's like an epic space battle! Good versus the cube people!